Only in the struggle to emancipate other territories in Africa. Our independence is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent. And here, I will ask the band to play the Ghana national anthem.
Welcome to the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, the formal center dedicated to preserving and celebrating the enduring legacy of Ghana's first president and a great Pan-Africanist. It is your roaming ambassador, Stapello GH. Click on the subscribe button for more thorough videos of university campuses, tourist sites, projects, cities and towns, and other historical places in Ghana. The museum, library, and guided tours of Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park showcase the remarkable life of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, his works, and visionary ideas towards African unity. Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park is located in Accra, the capital city of Ghana. The Memorial Park is opposite the Supreme Court of Ghana, the CHRAJ and EOCO office. The road in front of the Memorial Park leads to the Independence Square and Accra Sport Stadium, Parliament House of Ghana, all in Osu towards the east. To the west, the road leads to Accra Post Office, the forts, the lighthouse, all in Jamestown. We all can see and attest to it that this place has drastically improved as compared to earlier years. As we are here in Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, let's pay attention and listen to a few updates and history of the Memorial Park, as well as Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and his wife Fatia from Egypt. Watch, listen, enjoy, comment, share and subscribe to the channel for more tour videos across Ghana from Stapello GH, your roaming ambassador. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the video. Bye bye.
So he said, for Ghana alone to gain its independence is of no use unless the total freedom of the African continent. So after Nkrumah gained independence for Ghana, he was fighting for the freedom of all Africans, but this man wasn't allowed or wasn't able to achieve that. So he got married to an Egyptian lady called Fatia Helen Rest. Nkrumah and Fatia's marriage was a contract one. It was an arranged marriage. Nkrumah and Fatia didn't know each other, but after they met, they loved each other. Before he got married to this Egyptian lady, Nkrumah gave birth with a different woman to his first son Francis. Francis died last year at the age of 89. That lady was called Fanny Henrietta Miller, a dual citizen, half British, half Ghanaian. Nkrumah and Fanny never married. So when his wedded wife, the Egyptian lady Fatia, was alive, this woman was good to the extent that a cloth was made in her name called Fatia Fata Nkrumah, meaning Fatia deserves Nkrumah. She lived for 35 years after Nkrumah's demise. She didn't take any man after him, so she made a request that she wanted to be buried close to her husband. Her wish was granted. She was brought all the way from Egypt to come and be buried close to the husband behind you. So behind you is the graveyard of Fatia's wife, Fatia. So those of here, we have a vandalized statue or a broken statue of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. The statue you see here used to be a complete one, mounted at the old Parliament House just across the street. So when the 1966 coup was ongoing, we learned Nkrumah wasn't in Ghana at that time. So this angry mob, the police and the military decided to attack the statue just to demonstrate to Nkrumah that if he was to be in Ghana when the coup was ongoing, how we see the broken statue here is what they would have done to him. So a patriotic person, someone who loved Nkrumah's party, picked up the head when the coup was ongoing. This person kept the head for 43 good years. The person returned the head to the park in the year 2009. But to this person, he or she doesn't want to be known. So as we speak, the person is anonymous and we don't have any information about the person. So that's the history behind the broken statue you see here. Also, we have a tunnel that talks about Nkrumah's life. So before we walk out from this tunnel, you have fair knowledge or understanding about how his life came about. But in the pictures and videos are not allowed. Exactly. So let's hide our phones and proceed. The water we see here represents Nkrumah's eternal life, his immortality. We believe that spiritually he is still with us, and also his legacy still remains. Again, we have men on their knees blowing horns. We call them the traditional horn blowers. So traditionally, whenever a notable person like a king, the chief or the president passed away, these people go on their knees to blow the horns to announce the demise of the person. So that's what we have, showing the unity among all Ghanaians. Over here where the statue is the exact spot Nkrumah stood in the year 1957, 6th of March, to declare the independence of Ghana. The pointing figure we see means forward ever, backwards never. Nkrumah said after independence as Ghanaians, we are not going back to slavery, but rather freedom forever. Also, we have the mausoleum where he was buried. The monument we see. So on this park, we have a mausoleum and a museum. They are two different things altogether. In the mausoleum, we bury in the mausoleum. But in the museum, artifacts are being kept there. Exactly. So in the museum, you find Nkrumah's personal belongings. Okay. So the monument you see, it has meanings. It was made with Italian marbles by a Ghanaian architect called Don Arthur. So the first meaning of this monument is that if you look from the base to the top, it looks like a tree, a truncated tree, a tree that has been cut short, or a stem of a tree. The tree stands for Nkrumah's vision. His vision was to unite all Africans. But because this man wasn't able or wasn't allowed to achieve his vision, the tree wasn't allowed to grow. But rather, the tree was cut short. The second meaning is that if you look from the top to the base, it looks like an upside down sword. I hope you all know the sword. A sword that has been turned upside down. The other side has been buried into the ground. The top side is the handle of the sword. So traditionally, whenever the sword is being turned upside down, it symbolizes peace. So we say Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was a man of peace. Exactly.
I was today years old when I realized that this was the exact grounds where Kwame Nkrumah stood on the eve of Ghana's independence to make that famous speech.
Ghana, your beloved country, is free
This
forever.
site was formerly known as the Old Polo Grounds. And I was surprised to learn that even Ghanaians were not allowed here. I'm sure Ghana's first president, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, selected this location to make a bold statement to the British. And my favorite part of his speech goes like this: "We have awakened, we shall not go back to sleep anymore. Today from now on, there's a new African in the world. That new African is ready to fight his battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Please come to the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park and you are going to have a feel of his greatness." After I came here, I'm feeling a sense of nationalism, a feel to make my country better. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you here. Trust me, you are going to learn and see a lot of great things. I'll see you when I see you. Thank you.